everybody, and welcome back to Dark Cloud 2, one of the best, if not the best, game of my time. I grew up loving the hell out of this game. Dark Clouds 1 and 2 have always been my favorite, as I've gushed about on the stream. Now, things do look a bit different. And the reason for that is because this is actually something I'm recording on my time. This is not live, this is not on the stream. This is something I'm recording on my time to put on YouTube while I'm on vacation. And I have the screen this way because I didn't want my model to actually block out any text or any important information that you may not see. Now, before we head off into the cutscenes, there's a few things I want to mention. I actually restarted the whole thing. The reason for that is because of the photos, actually. There are a couple of photos that are missable if you don't get them when you go through. And they're part of the scoops. And what are scoops? Well, scoops are pictures that you get while you're fighting a monster or you encounter one. Now, bosses especially are one and done. If you do not get it when you fight the boss, then more than likely you will miss it, and there is no way of getting it. So I decided to restart the game and do it, because there were two characters I had already missed. One of them, okay, just want to make sure. One of them was brave little Linda when we fought the elephant. Now, I don't think it shows me, it won't show me the picture, but the picture is of Linda as she's rearing up to stomp you. You need to get that while you're fighting her. And then the second is the clown Robo's attack when he fires a missile at you. Now, these are important for inventions. Now, as I said before, I want to try and 100% the game to the best of my ability. Because there are some things that, as much as I've played this, I have never actually fully done. And they're obnoxious, if I'm being honest. But I'll still try them. Other than that, I did do a little bit more running around, and I got a few more, pictures. I have not invented anything else, not just yet, but we will be doing that now. Alright, so this will be a few minutes for me, but for you guys it will be probably only a second.
Say cheese!
Alright, so that's all that we're going to do for now in terms of inventions. Obviously, we'll be able to do a lot more as we continue, but as you saw, I've gotten enough for now. Now, not everything here I'm going to make or use right now. Aquarium, eventually we are going to need to make that. It's very important. And these extra stuff are clothes for a character that we'll see in a few moments, a gun for Max, and then some attachments for the ride pod. Again, all stuff that we won't necessarily have much use for now. But this is our first look into the outside world. Now let's see what Mayor Need said was so dangerous that people weren't allowed to go outside. Not gonna lie, that's such a beautiful view. Alright. With that we can make, I think, one more item before we truly go off.
Yeah, it works!
Alright, we're good for now, I believe. Oh wow, look at that. Isn't that just so pretty though? For its time, I have to say that the graphics were really something else. I really love this art style, and I'm in love with it because it's so pretty. And something like this is a gorgeous sight. I could imagine how beautiful this game must look if they ever did try to remaster it. I kind of hope we would get Dark Cloud 3, not a remaster, but that's just me. That is just
that
so
was the first
pretty.
time I had seen it. The sky that reached so far away, so far above. The most beautiful thing I had ever seen. But I was yet to realize that great changes were happening in the world.
Oh. I guess there's our ride. We're going on a magical choo-choo train. Cedric!
Cedric! What are you doing here?
What you think? You surprised? The Blackstone Railroad's back and ready for action. We're gonna see the world on this baby. Max, we got quite an adventure ahead of us. Hop on so we can hit the road.
You are not kidding. Simply put, the adventure we're about to go on is a hell of an adventure. I cannot say enough about it. But now the adventure really begins. The doors of the game's full creativity are about to be unlocked and open. But before that, well, we need to get one more person on our crew before we go off and do that. Or actually, before that,
All right, listen up, Max.
Cedric needs to tell us what the hell's been happening.
This is what I found out from Need. His story was pretty far-fetched. It was 15 years ago.
Something terrible happened in the world. What exactly happened? You don't need this letter to tell you that, do you, Mother? Listening to Cedric's story, at first I was surprised. But as I listened, I slowly started to understand exactly what it was that was happening around me. 15 years ago, the world was laid to waste, and all that remained was the town of Palm Brinks. Our enemy, the one who destroyed everything, was a mysterious ruler. His name, Emperor Griffon. We still don't know why he did this, why he destroyed our world. The reason that he did not also destroy Palm Brinks was because of a stone he believed was hidden in our town. Yes, the stone I'm wearing right now. Griffon's henchman, Flotsam, threatened the mayor and made him search for the stone. And that's why, when he found out that I had it, he wanted to catch me so badly. The world laid to waste, the elusive overlord Emperor Griffon, and the strange stone that everyone seemed to want. With this mysterious puzzle, my adventure began.
But first, an explosion apparently.
It came from outside! Max, that ladder there leads to the roof of the train. Go check it out.
Will do, boss.
Gotcha!
But first, I needed to get that. on earth could be causing all that racket? I don't think it's a very good idea for a kid to be going on top of the train while it's moving like this. This man is psychotic.
Not him again. Ah, it's like he's stuck to my boot.
Yeah, and not in a very pleasant way.
Max! If we don't do something fast, we're in serious trouble. Time to fight back,
You're
son.
telling me. I'm surprised not all the windows have been broken yet.
Sounds like a good idea, but how?
A bomb?
Here, use this.
What the hell is a bomb doing on a train? And why do you have it, Cedric?
So I throw this?
No, you eat it. What do you think, Max?
Yep. You toss it, and I'll grab another one. Just keep tossing them.
I'm not so sure if this...
I don't think you have much of a choice right now, Max.
All right, I'll do it.
Time to show them who's boss.
Yeah, there's something mildly unnerving of giving a child a bomb to throw at a clown. Now, this is a boss fight, but yet at the same time, I don't really consider it a boss fight because of how ridiculously easy it is. I'm sorry, you have to have immense talent to be able to actually fail this. All it takes is 3 shots. If you can't get those 3 shots and your train explodes, what the hell have you been doing?
It's on fire! Do something, you worthless lump!
Like what? Oh, well, that man's dead. We have an unwanted passenger aboard. You are an awfully resilient clown, aren't you? Oh dear. Put your clothes back on.
This doesn't look good, Max. He's gonna blow himself up along with this whole train.
Yeah, and I might get demonetized because a clown decided to get stripped down and get naked on my train.
What? Lob another one of those bombs at me.
Come on now! Do it!
Don't tempt me.
Oh no.
Hey, mister!
Huh? Hey, it's that
Don't
kid
you
from the
ever give
town.
up. You're starting to look pretty pathetic.
What's this? Another little brat?
Oh, she is more than that, friend.
Oh, I see. So you want to die too? Sure, why not? Let's go, punk! It's time to burn! What's this?
And now we introduce the Princess of a Lost Kingdom,
It's
Monica Raybrandt.
How did you...
Or actually, it's not lost.
Huh?
But this beautiful little firecracker is the second member of our party. As you can tell, she's a magic/sword user.
So that was how I met Monica. Even though it was the first time we'd met, I felt like I'd known her for a long time. Eventually, in the middle of the forest, the train couldn't go any further.
They make for such a cute pair, though, not gonna lie. What an awfully convenient boulder placement. Geez, you're spry for an old man, aren't you?
Ah, stop by our rock. Gonna take some work.
That's
to
more
move
than
that.
a single rock, my dude.
That's fine with me. I've got things to do here. This place is the spirit forest, Sindain. But it's different than in my time.
Monica came from the future.
100 years into the future, to be more precise.
She came to this time to do something very important. That's what she told me. Normally, you wouldn't believe time travel was possible. It's crazy, but this was only the beginning of our unbelievable adventure. The real surprises were still ahead of us.
If we could restore the Great Elder's origin point, he could tell us who Griffon really is.
The origin point?
Yes, an origin point is where something begins. Like a flower, you first have to plant the seed in the soil before it will bloom. In that case, the action of planting the seed is the origin point of the flower. In that way, the flower is the history that springs from the origin point. In the same way, all things that happen in the future have their origin point in the past. But if that origin point is changed, the results can be terrible. And that's what Griffon has done. Griffon has sent his henchmen to this time, altering the origin points of my time. And now he is rewriting history as he sees fit. In my time, this forest was where the Elder of the Spirits, Jurak, lived. He was very wise and powerful. His great power purified the forest and gave vitality to all the living things in it. But Griffon erased Jurak from existence. And not only Jurak, all those with the power to challenge Griffon are being erased from existence too. I don't think he'll stop until he's wiped out the entire world. So, someone has to stop him.
Makes you wonder who Monica's origin point really is. Like her family's descendants. Or, I guess in this case, their, ancestors.
Even now, my comrades are fighting Griffon in the future. And Max, I need you to help us.
Huh? Me?
Yes, you have to.
Okay, I'll do it.
All right, I knew you would. Guess we're a team now, right?
Yep!
And with that, Monica joined my adventure. An adventure to take back the true past, the true history that had been stolen by Emperor Griffon. Chapter 2: Resurrection of the Great Elder.
Let's start with Sindain.
Sindain?
Max, you go on without me. I'll just stay here and work on getting Blackstone running again. If you need my help, just holler.
Hey, Max, we're gonna have to work hard to shift this boulder. Bring back anything good you find in the forest.
Will do.
Make sure you let us know if you need a hand. Okay,
Yep.
Take care of yourself, Max.
Be careful yourself.
And you too, little girly pie. You bet! Okay, let's go.
So as you can see, with the train, we're now able to eventually go on adventures. But the best thing is that, as you may have already been kind of privy to, we have to build towns. And to build those towns, we need people. And unfortunately, there is nowhere else to get them but Palm Springs, because as Max said, everything in our world apparently has been destroyed, with the exception of Palm Springs. Now, I don't think that's entirely true, because as you'll see, there are people living outside of Palm Springs. But this is where the doors of the game have officially opened. We have to meet a few more characters before we're able to truly start building. but it's 100% much closer. And what you're about to see is not exactly really changing. It's like this from the start to the end.
What's that?
It's a house all by itself. That's kind of weird. Let's check it out.
That's not weird. Some people do like to live in the woods by themselves.
Yeah.
Maybe, perhaps creepy. But if they're not a people
Someone's
person...
Wow.
Oh! Hi! God damn, man.
What is it? What do you two want?
Help?
Hey, you're from the Furbit tribe of Sindain, aren't you? It's so cute. All
Monica.
curly and everything.
Monica, what are you doing? Monica, that's just rude.
Hey!
That's right. There's something I want to ask you, okay?
And that's how you ask?
This is how you ask a favor?
Exactly.
Oh, sorry.
Oh!
Oof. Yeah. He's not gonna be too inclined to help us now.
Have you heard of a being here named Jurak?
Oh my. Monica? You pissed him off.
I wonder why he got so mad.
Really? You don't have the faintest idea?
Yeah.
Really, you two? You yanked the man's mustache. And then proceeded to basically throw him. Yeah, I think the man has a reason to be angry. Taking pictures as we go because this game is very important with pictures. You don't necessarily need them to complete the game, but they do make it a lot easier.
Nobody's home.
Oh, really?
I hear the Furbits are crazy about grape juice.
Let me guess, you're gonna lie about
and
that?
we brought all this grape juice
Yep.
too. Now what are we gonna do? If he won't let us in, I guess we'll just have to throw it away.
And what are you gonna do when they do open the door? And it sounds like they are.
Come in.
Yep, that changed the attitude.
Hey, it worked. Well, look at that. 3 of them.
What a cute little
What?
house, though. What do you think, Monica? He wants the grape
Oh,
juice.
You want the grape juice, huh? Well, it'll cost ya.
Please don't start a fight.
Let's see. I've heard you Furbits have a mysterious magical power to make things like houses and plants.
What are you getting at?
I want you to use that power to help us.
Help you?
You probably know there's something strange going on. The whole world has become like one big deserted island. Everything's disappeared. At this rate, there won't be anything left in the future. I want you to use your building power to rebuild a town in this time.
No way. It's too much work. Besides, we got no time for that, so just run along now, will you?
What do you mean you don't have time for that?
Even if I told you, it wouldn't change a thing.
You don't know that.
Hold on, Rococo. Okay, you two, I think I understand. Come on over here and have a seat. The name's Conda. This here's Rococo. And this is Tobo. Pleased to meet you. So, who might you two be?
I'm Monica.
I'm Max. Nice to meet you.
You know there's something wrong with the world, right? A great darkness is trying to distort the flow of time.
I was beginning to wonder about what was happening to our forest. Of course, I'd like to help out, but... to be honest, we're in a bit of a fix ourselves. Even if we wanted to, we can't help you till we solve our own problems.
What's wrong? Tell us about it.
It's a long story, but it must have been about a year ago or so. One day, a beautiful woman got lost and wandered in here. We don't like humans too much, so we approached her carefully. Humans are crafty, cunning creatures. That's how we've always thought of you. But this woman was different, she was. Her soul was more beautiful than words can describe. Said her name was Holly. I had a feeling that wasn't her real name, but that didn't matter a bit. During the few days and weeks she was with us, she wove a sort of spell over us all. She had us in the palm of her hand. Then, one day out of the blue, something happened. Holly left to search for food and just disappeared into the forest, never to return. A few days went by and still no Holly. We were so sad. It was like our hearts had been broken into a million little pieces. There was no way we could go on without her. In those few short weeks, she had become an essential part of our lives. She was part of us all. So we formed a search party to search for Holly. A party of 4 set out for Rainbow Butterfly Wood, where she disappeared that day. But those 4 haven't come back yet either. I was sure I picked the most able-bodied of our tribe, but they turned out to be a bunch of goofs. So basically, at this point in time, I'm afraid we can't help you 2 out. You want us to use our special powers to help you, but the thing is, all 7 of us have to be here in order for it to work. Besides, we're really not in a helping mood. I'm pretty sure you understand.
That's quite a story.
I have a proposition to make.
I bet I can guess. You want us to go into the woods and find your 4 friends, right?
You mean you'll help us? Could you also keep an eye out for Holly? Each day without her brings us nothing but gloom.
I understand. 4 or 5, what's the difference? So what does this Holly look like anyway? Any special features?
Special features, let me see. Must have been something. Her hair. It was long. I think. No, wait. Maybe it was short. I think.
I don't think you have the best of memories, my friend.
Wait, that's it. The potato pies used to make were the greatest.
That's not really a unique feature, at least not the one that we're looking for.
That's right, they were mighty tasty.
Yeah, incredible.
Forget it.
Potato pie?
Well, that seemed to have gotten Max's attention.
That reminded me of the potato pies you made for me when I was a kid. They were so warm, eating them would always cheer me up. The most delicious potato pies in the whole world.
Imagine
Could it be
if
the
Holly
that the
was his
Furbits
mother.
talked about was actually you, Mother? Just thinking that made my heart beat faster. This was the other reason that I wanted to see the world, so that I could find you again, Mother. Even though the world had been laid waste, I had a feeling that you were out there. Somewhere.